What if the key to a more joyful, resilient life was something you already had but just needed to notice? Welcome to Route to Resilience, the podcast that helps you strengthen your mind, body, and soul, one shift at a time. I'm Anupa, your host, a podcaster, speaker, and coach, here to guide you through practical tools and mindset shifts that help you break free from limitations and build unshakable resilience. If you're ready to shift your perspective, step into your power, and create lasting change, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about gratitude, not just a feel-good practice, but as a science-backed tool that can rewire your brain, reduce stress, and transform your mindset. So make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, leave a review and share it with someone who needs this message. So let me be honest with you guys, gratitude hasn't come easily for me in the past few weeks. Life is shifting and changing at a speed I can barely keep up with. And some days I just feel like I'm doing so much and pouring everything into my work, yet seeing very little in return. And the past weeks I've been admittingly quite unwell as well, which has probably made me feel mentally and emotionally not as resilient as usual. But, this is how sneaky the mind can be. Because in reality, I have so much to be grateful for. It's really, really easy to go down in this spiral, especially when you feel like things aren't going your way. The truth is that I'm surrounded by people who support me through this transition, and I am building something meaningful, something that has the ability to change lives. And yet my focus has been locked onto the struggle, the effort, the exhaustion, the not enoughness. And, this is the opposite of gratitude. And I know that I'm not the only one who does this, and I'm not alone in this. So be honest, have you ever done this? Have you ever been caught up in what's not working for you and, completely miss what is? It's so easily done, and we're all guilty of it. But when we shift our awareness, we realize how much we're taking for granted. So just think about it. Think about all the things that you are taking for granted. When you wake up to a new day without questioning it, that is something to be grateful for. When we breathe effortlessly and our bodies are functioning without any kind of conscious effort, that is something to be grateful for. When we are seeing the world through our eyes and surrounded by plants and trees and nature that is growing without any kind of permission, that is something to be grateful for. The sun rises every single day without fail, and the moon lights up the sky without even demanding any kind of recognition. And that is something to be grateful for. This is the world that we're a part of, and yet we overlook it every day. And it's just so difficult sometimes when you've been feeling the way I've been feeling for the past couple of weeks to be grateful for all the things that we have and just to realize how blessed we actually are. So gratitude is about acknowledging what's already here and even the things that we're overlooking. And when we start to recognize them, we shift from lack to abundance. So guys, what are you taking for granted in your day to day? And start practicing gratitude, and let's see how it shifts your mindset. So let's start talking about the brain and how it actually processes gratitude. So at the core of your brain, there's something called the Reticular Activating System, and it's a powerful network in your brainstem that acts like a filter for your reality. So, there's no surprise that your brain is constantly bombarded with millions of bits of information every second, from sight, from sound, from thoughts, from sensations. But the reticular activating system, it basically decides what's important based on what you focus on. So, have you ever basically noticed that when you start thinking about buying a certain car, for example, that you suddenly start seeing it everywhere? And you know what? My partner does this. He's a great example of this. His lucky number is the number 11, and he literally sees it everywhere. And that's because he has programmed his RAS to see the number 11. It's no coincidence. It's your RAS, your reticular activating system, which is filtering what you've told it to prioritize. So, this is what can be so life-changing for you. Your RAS is programmable, and you can train it to filter for positivity, abundance, and gratitude. So if you're constantly telling yourself life is hard and nothing is working, your reticular activating system is going to find evidence to support that belief. And this is how powerful this is. But if you start consistently practicing gratitude, even when things are hard, your reticular activating system will start to filter the world differently. So over time, your brain will naturally start to notice more of what's good and what's working and more of the opportunities. So it's not just about being positive, it's about rewiring your focus for resilience. So this is a really powerful part of our brain that we can program, and we have the power to change. I know that this is really difficult, but gratitude isn't just about being thankful when life feels good. It's also about being grateful when things aren't working out and going your way. It's about finding the stability even when your emotions feel out of whack. So, I mean, let's be real. When we're feeling anxious, frustrated, or feeling low, I think gratitude is often the last thing we want to practice, but it's when it's most powerful. Gratitude, it helps to regulate your emotions by shifting your focus from overwhelm to appreciation. It calms your nervous system down. It slows down the flight or fight response, and it grounds you in the present moment, breaking the cycle of spiraling thoughts. So it can be one of the hardest but most transformative practices. I mean, being grateful for even the challenges or for the people who have hurt us. You know, maybe someone's let you down recently or disappointed you or didn't show up for you in the way that you needed. But instead of holding on to resentment, just ask yourself, what did this teach me and how did this shape me? And gratitude isn't about pretending everything is okay. It's about finding the silver lining in every experience. So, if you have the ability to find meaning even in the hard stuff, that is what's going to help you to build a deep emotional resilience. And you know what the most interesting thing is that it's really difficult to feel any kind of negative emotion like anger, resentment, or frustration while you're practicing gratitude. So give it a go next time you're feeling upset or you're feeling angry or frustrated. Pause and find some time to feel grateful for something in that exact moment and just notice how quickly it shifts your emotional state. And it might not erase the pain completely, but it definitely makes it harder to stay stuck in it. And that's what we're aiming to do here. It's about moving our negative emotions and shifting our negative emotions to gratitude and feeling abundant rather than feeling the lack. So remember, gratitude is more than just a feel good practice, it's a life tool. It's how we train our brains to focus on what's good, even in the messy and uncertain times. So here's my challenge for you. Next time you feel overwhelmed, just pause, find one thing to be grateful for, and just watch how your energy will shift. So that was a really short and sweet episode, guys. I hope that it was powerful and it resonated with you. Don't forget to grab your free workbook and join the list for exclusive updates. And until next time, remember, guys, your resilience is your superpower. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.